5 years of marriage. I wasn't just the homemaking husband of Sophia Tang, but also the shadowy manipulator behind her commercial empire. Until that stormy night. Just because of a call from her first love, she actually left me stranded on the roadside suffering from an acute stomach ulcer flare-up, and strutted off without a care. Seeing that glaring photo of them together in her social circle, I dialed the number that had gathered dust for so long. Activate the acquisition plan for the Tang Group for me. This time I want a divorce. To reclaim everything that's rightfully mine. Rain poured down like a torrent. I sat sobbing on the Tang family's sofa all night. On the coffee table, the meticulously prepared 5-year anniversary cake had collapsed. The melting cream mirrored this marriage shattered like mud. Scattered everywhere. The phone screen lit up, pushing through a blinding entertainment news alert. Genius painter Liam Hayes makes a flashy return home. The beautiful CEO of the Tang Group escorts him the whole way. In the photo, Sophia Tang's gaze at that man was so tender it could wring out water. But on my phone, there was only the cold message she sent last night. Company emergency. Won't be home tonight. Eat by yourself. The so-called emergency was just going to an art exhibition with her white moonlight. My abdomen twisted in pain as if a hand was tearing it apart. I suppressed the spasms. Pulled out the black backup phone from deep in the drawer. As soon as it powered on the other end, picked up almost immediately. Mr. Lucas, you've finally decided to make your comeback. Is the previous offer still on the table? My voice was hoarse, as if scraped by sandpaper. Of course. As long as you're willing to return the trillion in capital. Is always ready for your command. However, can you really bear to leave Miss Tang? I glanced up at the massive wedding photo on the wall. In the photo, Sophia Tang's body unconsciously leaned away, as if I were some terrifying virus. Barrett, I said calmly, draw up a divorce agreement for me. Also cut off all covert funding streams to the Tang Group. Understood. So the Tang Group's fate is none of your concern. It has nothing to do with me. Hang up. I tossed the ruined cake and its box into the trash. If it's spoiled, no point keeping it around to make things nauseating. For these 5 years I've been anonymously supporting the Tang Group, turning it from the brink of bankruptcy into an industry giant. She thought she was naturally gifted, but really it was me carrying the weight all along. Now I don't have time to serve anymore. Early the next morning, the door was pushed open. Sophia Tang entered carrying a chill, along with an unfamiliar men's cologne. I sat at the dining table leisurely sipping porridge, without even lifting my eyes. Usually at this time I'd hand her a warm towel and slippers, but today I sat still unmoving. After changing her shoes, Sophia Tang glanced at me with slight surprise. Last night Hayes just returned home. He's a bit unaccustomed to the climate. I stayed at the hospital taking care of him all night. Her tone was full of justification, as if discussing business. I hummed in response. The spoon clinked against the porcelain bowl with a clear sound. Sophia Tang frowned and approached. What's with this attitude now? Hayes isn't in good health. He has no family here in the country. It's only natural for me to look after him. She paused for a moment. Her voice softened. I bought you a gift. It's in the car. I'll have the assistant bring it in later. No need. I wiped my mouth with a napkin. Pushed the stack of documents beside me toward her. Sign it. Sophia Tang glanced indifferently. Her whole body froze. Divorce agreement. Lucas Chen, have you lost your mind? She snapped her head up, her face full of disbelief. Just because I spent one night with Hayes. Since when did you become so petty? Haven't I explained already? We're just friends. Friends, I smirked. My eyes devoid of any amusement. Friends who need to stay out all night. Friends who require you to mobilize a private jet for pickup. Sophia Tang, we're all adults here. Don't treat me like an idiot. Sophia Tang was furious, her chest heaving. Lucas Chen, don't forget you're just an unemployed bum. Without me, you'd barely survive in this city. Now you're demanding a divorce from me. Is this your way of threatening me? In Sophia Tang's eyes, I was just a useless skirt clinger. She had no idea. The foundation of the Tang Group's empire was actually built by whom? Whether it's a threat or not, you'll know after you sign. I stood up, looking down at her. The house is yours. The cars are yours. I'm leaving with nothing. Just sign your name, and I'll disappear immediately. Sophia Tang stared at me, trying to find any trace of joking on my face. But I remained expressionless, my gaze colder than the morning frost outside the window. Fine, very fine. Sophia Tang snatched the agreement. Lucas Chen, this is your own choice. Don't regret it. When you can't make it out there, don't come crawling back begging me. She slammed the agreement down on the table, turned to head upstairs. Wait a moment. I called after her. Sophia Tang turned her head, her lips curled in sarcasm. What, regretting it already? Too late unless you kneel and apologize to Hayes right now. Admit you're being petty, otherwise you're overthinking it. I pointed toward the entryway. Your coat is dirty. Don't hang it up in the house. I have a cleanliness obsession. On the hem of that expensive coat, there was clearly a glaring streak of oil paint. Sophia Tang's face flushed red like liver. She grabbed the coat and stormed into the study, slamming the door shut. I looked at the tightly closed door, my heart without a ripple. Simply packed a few clothes. I dragged my suitcase to the door. Just reaching the gate, Sophia Tang's assistant Alex Wang rushed in panting. "Mr. Lucas, where are you going?" Alex stared at the suitcase in stun. "Ms. Tang wants you to come to the company. Says there's an urgent document she can't find. Only you know where it is." I suddenly remembered some personal items left at the office, so I nodded. "Let's go." Perfect timing, I was planning to resign there anyway. Alex's eyes widened, as if hearing some bizarre tale. "Resign? Mr. Lucas, don't joke. You're Ms. Tang's exclusive nanny." I mocked myself with a remark. Alex awkwardly shut his mouth. Arriving at the top-floor CEO office of the Tang Group, the meeting room door was ajar. Pushing it open, Liam Hayes was lounging in my seat, the spot next to Sophia Tang's desk. He held documents, gesturing wildly. Sophia Tang stood behind him, slightly bent over. The two of them close in an ambiguously intimate way. Liam Hayes saw me, feigned a surprised smile. "Oh my, it's Mr. Lucas arriving." Tang said, "This report is a bit complex. I happen to know a thing or two about artistic composition, so I'm helping her review it. You don't mind, do you? Treating a business report like artistic layout. What a joke." I ignored him, headed straight to the corner cabinet to grab my things. "Lucas Chan, what's with that attitude?" Sophia Tang frowned. "Hayes is a guest, and a renowned international artist. His vision far surpasses someone who only knows firewood, rice, oil, and salt like you. Since you're here, go brew Hayes a cup of coffee. The hand-ground kind. He doesn't drink instant. Brewing coffee again. For 5 years I wasn't just her brain trust, but also the on-call errand boy. Or rather, an on-call errand boy." I paused, turned to look at her. "Ms. Tang, I've already submitted my resignation. I'm no longer your employee. If you want coffee, tell your assistant." Sophia Tang was stunned, clearly not expecting me to embarrass her in public. "Lucas Chan, how long are you going to keep this up?" She lowered her voice, full of warning. "Throw tantrums at home if you must. This is the company. Hayes is watching. Can't you save me a little face? Faces earned by oneself, not granted by others." I pulled out the unassuming black notebook. This was the only thing I needed to take. And as for this great artist, if his vision is so sharp, why not have him take a look where the financial loophole is this quarter? If he can't spot it, then the Tang Group is on the verge of bankruptcy. "Lucas Chan." Liam Hayes immediately stood up, his face full of grievance. "Tang, should I not have come here? Mr. Lucas seems to hate me a lot. Maybe I should leave. I don't want to ruin your relationship because of me. You don't need to go." Sophia Tang gripped Liam Hayes' hand tightly, turned and glared at me angrily. "The one who needs to scram is you. Lucas Chan, if you want to quit, then get out and leave that tattered notebook too. That's company property." I looked at the notebook in my hand. It contained not only all the core strategies of the Tang Group, but also its fatal weaknesses. "You're sure you want this?" I waved the notebook, my eyes full of implication. "Nonsense, put it down and get out now," Sophia Tang roared. Liam Hayes chimed in from the side, with a sincere advisory expression. "Mr. Lucas, a person should know self-respect. Company secrets can't be taken casually. That's illegal." "Fine, it's yours." My wrist relaxed. The notebook fell with a thud right at Sophia Tang's feet. "However, Sophia Tang, you'd better pray you never open it. Otherwise you'll realize the business talent you're so proud of is nothing but a joke." With that I turned and walked out, my steps without a hint of hesitation. Sophia Tang screamed hysterically behind me. "Lucas Chen, stop right there. What's with your attitude? If you dare step out that door today, don't even think about coming back to the Tang family for the rest of your life." I didn't stop the moment my hand touched the doorknob. The phone vibrated. It was Samantha Manning calling. "Mr. Lucas, the timing is here. The Tang Group's biggest competitor just imploded. The market is in turmoil. If you act now, within 10 minutes, we can completely snap the Tang Group's capital chain. Do you want to proceed?" From behind came Sophia Tang's gentle coaxing voice, directed at Liam Hayes. "Do it," I said coldly into the phone. "Also announce to the entire industry, anyone who dares fund the Tang Group is going against me. Lucas Chen, hang up." I pushed the door open and stepped out. The sunlight outside was a bit dazzling, but it couldn't illuminate the harsh winter about to descend on the Tang Group. Sophia Tang, the game is over. Less than half an hour after leaving the company, the Tang Group's internals exploded. I sat in the cafe across the street, looking through the floor-to-ceiling windows, seeing the employees in the Tang building scrambling like headless ants. Samantha Manning sat opposite me stirring her coffee. "Young Master Lucas, you're really ruthless. Tang Group stocks hit the limit down in just 10 minutes. Banks halted loans. Your ex-wife right now is probably frantic like ants on a hot pan. This is just the beginning." I sipped the black coffee. The bitterness spread on my tongue. The phone screen lit up. It was Sophia Tang calling. The ring went on for a full minute, until it was about to auto-disconnect. I finally answered and put it on speaker. "Lucas Chen, where are you?" Sophia Tang's voice was shrill and sharp, carrying undisguised panic. "Was it you? The bank just called saying they want to recall the loans. Suppliers are demanding contract cancellations too. Are you behind this sabotage? I chuckled softly. Ms. Tang, you overestimate me. I'm just an unemployed guy. Where would I get such godlike power? Don't play dumb. Besides those loopholes recorded in your notebook, who else could attack the Tang group so precisely? Sophia Tang was furious beyond reason. Get your ass back here and explain clearly. Also, Hayes was scared just now. You need to apologize to him in person. And clean up this mess for me while you're at it. Otherwise I'll report you to the police for leaking trade secrets. Death is imminent. Yet she still keeps that high and mighty commanding tone. Report to the police. I glanced at the file Samantha Manning just handed me. A cruel smile curved my lips. Sophia Tang, you'd better check your inbox first. That's your white moonlight there. Liam Hayes used your seal to secretly embezzle company funds, to cover his gambling debts abroad. The evidence isn't much. Just 50 million. You tell me when the police come, who will they arrest first, me or him? The other end immediately fell into deadly silence. After a long while, Sophia Tang's trembling voice came through. What did you say? This is impossible. Hayes, he's an artist. How could he gamble? Lucas Chen. To slander him you dare fabricate such a lie. Whether it's a lie or not, check the books yourself and you'll know. I can't be bothered with more nonsense. Oh right, forgot to tell you. The one who just bought up the floating shares of the Tang Group was me. Now I'm the second largest shareholder of the Tang Group. Next time we meet remember to call me Chairman Lucas. With that I hung up and casually blocked her number. Samantha Manning smiled and said, that's truly killing without mercy. But are you really planning to acquire the Tang Group? The Tang Group is the child I raised single-handedly. Even if it must be destroyed, it can only be destroyed by my hand. I stood up, adjusting my collar, a flash of determination in my eyes. Let's go, time to meet some new partners. At that moment in the Tang Group's CEO office, Sophia Tang's face was pale as paper. She trembled as she opened her inbox. Seeing those transfer records and debt copies, her mind went boom, completely blank. Tang, what's wrong? What did that worthless guy say? Liam Hayes approached with a coffee cup, his face still wearing that fake concern. If he really won't come back to help, then forget it. Well, think of another way. A sharp slap rang out. In the deathly silent office, Sophia Tang's eyes red, staring at Liam Hayes. Her voice hoarse. Liam Hayes, tell me what this 50 million is about. The slap was hard. Half of Liam Hayes' face swelled up quickly. He didn't fight back or cover it. His knees buckled, kneeling straight before Sophia Tang. Tang beat me to death. Tears streamed down Liam Hayes' cheeks, soaking the carpet. If killing me can calm your anger and keep you from being blinded by that villain, then I'm willing. Sophia Tang's hand froze midair. She was originally full of rage, but seeing Liam Hayes' pitiful state, her heart softened. Blinded, Sophia Tang threw the evidence stack at his face. The papers cut his eye corner: transfer history, screenshots from casino surveillance. It's all black and white here. And you say it's Lucas Chen who's blinded me? Liam Hayes ignored the bleeding wound, looked up at her. Tang dear, you're in business. You should know how advanced photo editing tech is nowadays. Lucas Chen, he's been quietly by your side for 5 years. He knows your weaknesses too well. He knows you care most about the company. He also knows you trust me the most. So he fabricated these things, aiming to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. He inched forward 2 steps, hugging Sophia Tang's legs. Think about it. He's a freeloader. Where would he get money to buy shares? This is clearly a trap he set up with outsiders. He's jealous of me, jealous of our past feelings. Destroying me is fine, but he's trying to destroy your life's work. Sophia Tang was stunned. Where did Lucas Chen get the money? That man only hung around the kitchen, even haggled when buying groceries. How could he shell out billions overnight to acquire shares? Unless this really is Lucas Chen hating out of love, teaming up with outsiders to create this situation. Seeing Sophia Tang waver, Liam Hayes bowed his head. A smug smile flashed at his lips, then replaced by a resolute expression. Tang, I originally wanted to surprise you. He pulled a crumpled certificate from his pocket. The family trust fund over there has been unlocked. 10 billion in capital will hit the account in 3 days. This time I came back home precisely to use this money to help you turn the Tang Group into a multinational corporation. 10 billion. Those 3 words shattered Sophia Tang's last defense. The Tang Group's financial gap was just over $1 billion. With 10 billion injected, not only resolving the crisis, but also allowing acquisition of competitors. She looked at Liam Hayes on the ground, then at the ironclad evidence on the table. Admitting Liam Hayes is a scammer would mean admitting she's blind, driving away her silently sacrificing husband for a scumbag. She's the proud daughter of heaven. She can't make mistakes. The wrong one can only be Lucas Chen. Get up, Sophia Tang said coldly. Liam Hayes kept acting. I won't stand, unless you believe me. I said get up. Sophia Tang reached out to help him up. I knew a worthless type like Lucas Chen, besides cooking, only knows these low-class tricks. I was too impulsive earlier. Liam Hayes leaned into her embrace. I'm fine. As long as you believe me. A little grievance is nothing. Sophia Tang looked at the man in her arms, feeling guilty. She picked up the phone to call PR. Arrange a press conference immediately in half an hour. I want a citywide live stream. Half an hour later. In the Tang Group's multifunctional hall, flashes fired non-stop. Sophia Tang in a white suit. Exquisite makeup. Arm in arm with Liam Hayes ascending the stage. Liam Hayes deliberately left the red swelling on his face. His eyes slightly red. Dear reporters and media friends. Sophia Tang stood before the mic, addressing this morning's Tang Group stock fluctuations, as well as the spreading rumors. I wish to clarify here. Reporters raised hands in unison. Ms. Tang. Rumor has it your ex-husband Lucas Chen accused the Tang Group of financial fraud, leading to the stock plunge. Is this true? Ms. Tang, the man beside you. Is he the rumored third party? The questions were sharp. Sophia Tang sneered, scanning the room. First, let me correct one point. Lucas Chen isn't the accuser. He's the rumormonger. Second, he's no longer my husband. We're processing the divorce. The room buzzed. Sophia Tang continued. Lucas Chen, driven by personal jealousy, used illegal means to forge evidence, colluding with short-selling organizations to maliciously suppress Tang Group stocks. For this petty, narrow-minded behavior, the Tang Group's legal department has gathered evidence and will pursue legal responsibility to the end. She turned to look at Liam Hayes and the man beside me. This gentleman is the internationally renowned artist Mr. Liam Hayes, also the future strategic partner of the Tang Group. The family trust behind Mr. Hayes will inject $10 billion into the Tang Group within 3 days. $10 billion, the reporters erupted. Liam Hayes leaned into the mic, his voice raspy. Actually, a little grievance for me is fine, but I can't tolerate Lucas Chen hurting Tang. Those so-called gambling debt proofs were all photoshopped by Lucas Chen. I never expected a man to cling to his marriage, could stoop so low. With that, he pulled out a velvet box and knelt on one knee. Tang, in this turbulent moment, am willing to use all my assets in exchange for a lifetime of peace for you. Marry me. Inside the box was a large diamond ring. Reporters snapped photos frantically. Some whispered, this ring looks familiar. Seems like last year's Cartier model. Didn't Liam Hayes say he just returned? Feels like they're putting on a show. Ms. Tang's handling is a bit puzzling. Divorcing and engaging right after. Sophia Tang didn't hear those words. She extended her hand for Liam Hayes to slip on the ring. I do. She raised her right hand to show the ring, also to assert dominance over me. Lucas Chen, do you see? Sophia Tang looked into the camera. Without you, I'll live much better. Those low tricks of yours don't harm me in the slightest. I advise you one thing. Leaving empty-handed is your last shred of dignity. Don't force me to make you spend the rest of your life in prison. The presidential suite at Cloud Peak Hotel. I swirled the half glass of red wine, watching the reflection on the wall. In the live stream screen, Sophia Tang arm in arm with Liam Hayes, smiling like a victor. Samantha Manning on the other side of the sofa chuckled. She folded the tablet. Mr. Lucas, your ex-wife's brain must have serious issues, right? That ring, if I'm not mistaken, was swiped with her supplementary card last month. The transaction history at the counter is still here. Liam Hayes used her money to buy the ring to propose to her, and she's still moved to tears. I sipped the wine. She's not stupid, but arrogant, I said calmly. She's used to standing on high. Used to me being the one at fault as long as she can prove me wrong. Even if it's arsenic coated in sugar, she'll swallow it whole. The phone on the coffee table buzzed wildly. The screen popped up names one by one. My mother-in-law. Lucas Chen, you white-eyed wolf. Daring to spread rumors to harm Hayes. Go turn yourself in. Otherwise don't blame me for ignoring old ties. My brother-in-law Yu Chen. You've gone mad, haven't you? The Tang Group in Harbor Island. Can your worthless life compensate for it? Hurry and kowtow to apologize to Tang right now. My cousin, I used to think you were so kind. Turns out you're this vicious. You deserve to be dumped by my cousin. You're not even worthy to carry Hayes' shoes. All insults. For 5 years. These people used the commissions I earned to buy supercars and villas, calling me brother Lucas good son-in-law. But as soon as Sophia Tang spoke up, they immediately showed their vicious faces. I turned off the phone. The world went quiet. Is everything prepared? I set down the glass, walked to the floor-to-ceiling window. In the distance, the Tang building's LED screen was running congratulations for Sophia Tang's engagement. Samantha Manning stood up, handed over a file. The acquisition of 51 shares is fully complete. The last bits of stock in small investors' hands have all been scooped up by us. Now you hold absolute control over the Tang Group. Samantha Manning looked at my back. This man endured in the Tang family for 5 years. Once he strikes, he leaves no way out. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., there will be an extraordinary shareholders meeting for the Tang Group. Samantha Manning reminded Sophia Tang. Plans to announce Liam Hayes joining the board at the meeting. I looked out the window. Joining the board. I drew the heavy curtains. The room plunged into darkness. Only the flickering light from the projector. If she wants to save face so badly, wants to bask in glory. My voice echoed in the room. Then let's give her a grand funeral. To send off the Tang Group's last wishes. And to sacrifice her ridiculous pride. Samantha Manning nodded. I understand. Chairman Lucas. I'll arrange the funeral team for tomorrow right away. I sat back on the sofa. Picked up the remote. On the screen Sophia Tang nestled in Liam Hayes' arm. Enjoy this final frenzy while it lasts. I pressed the button. The screen went black. Early the next morning. Tang Group headquarters. Sophia Tang entered the meeting room. Last night's press conference was very effective. Public opinion had shifted. Everyone was awaiting the 10 billion. The shareholders were all seated. Seeing Sophia Tang enter, some minor shareholders showed odd expressions. Sophia Tang sat in the chairman's seat. Liam Hayes, in a brand new Armani suit, sat down beside her. Today's meeting is mainly for two matters. Sophia Tang tapped the table first. Update on prosecuting the rumormonger Lucas Chen. Second, formally propose to elect Mr. Liam Hayes as executive director of the group. The meeting room was dead silent. Sophia Tang frowned. What's wrong? Any opinions? An elderly shareholder with gray hair sighed. Ms. Tang, put the prosecution of Lucas Chen aside for now. When will that 10 billion capital arrive? Within 3 days, Liam Hayes interjected. I've confirmed with the family. 3 days, the old shareholder sneered. Tossed a newspaper on the table. I'm afraid the Tang Group won't last 3 days. Everyone see what this is. Sophia Tang picked up the paper. The front page headline hit her eyes. Mysterious capital sweeps the stock market. Tang Group changes hands overnight. This is all fake news. Sophia Tang suddenly stood up. Crumpled the paper. What mysterious capital? Control of the Tang Group has always been in my hands, is that so? The meeting room door was flung open. 2 rows of black-suited bodyguards filed in, securing all exits. Steady footsteps approached. Sophia Tang looked up. Her pupils contracted. Me in a jet black suit. Samantha Manning and the legal team following behind. I was no longer the homemaker of old. Exuding an oppressive aura. Lucas Chen, what are you doing here? Sophia Tang shouted loudly. Security. Who let him in? Throw him out. No one responded. I walked straight to the head of the table, standing right beside Sophia Tang's position. I looked at her like an insect. Sophia Tang, you're in the wrong seat. My fingers tapped the table. Now this spot belongs to me. Sophia Tang suddenly burst into laughter, breaking the deadly atmosphere in the room. This spot belongs to you. She braced both hands on the table, her knuckles white from force, her gaze full of aggression. Lucas Chen, did you get your head stuck in the door downstairs? Brain damaged, or is the divorce shock too big, causing this ridiculous delusion? She turned to the bewildered shareholders around. Pointed at me. Everyone look. This is the freeloading man from my house. For 5 whole years, now kicked out by me. Dares to come here pretending to be crazy. Security, are you all dead or what? Not here yet. Security had arrived outside the door, but was blocked by my 2 rows of black-suited bodyguards. Right in the hallway. Unable to advance a step. I couldn't be bothered. Pulled an empty chair and sat down. Hands crossed on my knees. Expression calm. Continue. I jutted my chin. Ignore me. Finish your performance. This dismissive attitude ignited Sophia Tang's fury. In her memory, I was always subservient. This superior posture, I didn't deserve it. Miss Tang, don't waste time on this madman. Liam Hayes beside Sophia Tang suddenly spoke, his voice carrying a tremor, his peach blossom eyes, full of horror, darting between me and Samantha Manning. Liam Hayes navigated the world of fame and fortune, so he recognized quality better than Sophia Tang. The woman behind me, Samantha Manning, was the infamous capital hunter of Wall Street. Someone like her wouldn't waste time acting with me. Need to hurry. Liam Hayes grabbed the documents on the table and pushed them to Sophia Tang, urgently pressing Tang. The bank called again, urging repayment. If the capital doesn't arrive in 10 minutes, they'll freeze the company accounts. This funding contract must be signed immediately. Once signed, the family trust's 10 billion can be released right away. Sophia Tang took a deep breath, suppressing her anger. You're right. Business first. She picked up the pen, flipped open the file. Once I sign and get the funds, I'll settle with this pile of trash later. Hold on, an angry shout interrupted her. Director Thomas, holding 5 shares, wearing reading glasses, staring at the contract clauses. Furious, his beard trembling. Sophia Tang, have you gone mad? This isn't a funding contract. This is clearly a fire sale of assets. Director Thomas tossed the contract copy on the table, taking the Tang Group's core cloud engine patent technology, priced at 50 million, transferring to this shell company registered in the Cayman Islands. This patent alone was valued over 5 billion last year. This is uprooting the Tang Group entirely. His words unleashed a storm. Other shareholders' faces changed drastically. They all grabbed the documents to flip through. What's selling the core patent for 50 million? Who's controlling this buyer? Celestial Capital. Never heard of it before. Sophia Tang. You want to drag us all down with you? The meeting room instantly exploded. Shareholders were outraged. Liam Hayes' face went pale, sweat beading on his forehead. He didn't expect these old folks to be so sharp-eyed. What do you all know? Liam Hayes suddenly stood and roared. This is to avoid risks. Only by shifting assets abroad. Can we ensure they're not sealed by the bank? This is saving the company bullshit. Director Thomas pointed straight at Liam Hayes' nose and cursed. Assets all transferred overseas. The company becomes an empty shell. Then you grab the money and run, leaving us shareholders to eat porridge. Enough. Sophia Tang slammed the table to suppress the arguing. She stood up, her gaze sweeping the room, finally staring at Director Thomas. Uncle Thomas, you're old. You don't understand modern capital operations. I don't blame you. But in this company and the chairman, I have the highest decision-making power. Hayes is trying to help the Tang Group through this crisis. That's why he used family connections to arrange this path. You don't appreciate it, fine. But dare to doubt him. Sophia Tang's eyes full of stubbornness. Without that 10 billion, the Tang Group would bankrupt today. Anyone who dares spout more nonsense, withdraw your investment and get out now. Truly dictatorial. Director Thomas clutched his chest in anger, collapsing back into his chair. Sinful. What a sin. Old Mr. Tang was wise his whole life. How did he produce such a fool like you? Humph. Sophia Tang ignored him. Once again gripped the pen firmly, hovering over the signature line. Let's see who dares stop me. Liam Hayes stared at the pen tip, greed flashing in his eyes. Just this stroke down. The patent would be his. Take it abroad, sell it off for billions. The pen tip touched the paper. A harsh buzzing sound came from the speakers, followed by my voice. If that pen goes down, you're truly done for. Sophia Tang's hand trembled, drawing a smeared ink line. She turned sharply, discovering I had stood at the other end of the table at some point, holding a laser pointer, the red dot landing right on Liam Hayes' face. Lucas Chin, shut your mouth. Sophia Tang screamed. What do you know about business? What do you know about operations? Besides cooking and laundry, you're just a worthless waste. What right do you have to point fingers here? I smiled a smile full of irony. I indeed don't understand business. I casually tossed the laser pointer away. But I understand the law. I leaned aside, nodding slightly to Samantha Manning behind me. Teach Ms. Tang what rules are. Samantha Manning clicked her high heels to the table, directly flung the thick stack of documents down. Thud. The stack slid long and stopped before Sophia Tang, knocking over the coffee cup. Brown liquid spilled onto the funding contract, staining a corner. You. Sophia Tang was about to erupt. Shut up. Listen carefully. Samantha Manning cut her off. I'm the senior legal advisor for Celestial Capital. 10 minutes ago, my client completed the purchase of all circulating shares of the Tang Group, simultaneously from 3 other major shareholders, acquired a total of 20 shares. Samantha Manning braced both hands on the table, staring at Sophia Tang's ashen face. Now, my client holds 51 of the Tang Group's shares. According to corporate law and the Tang Group's charter, he possesses absolute control and veto power. The meeting room was dead silent. Everyone held their breath, doubtful eyes darting between the share transfer papers and me. 51. The Tang Group has changed owners. Impossible. This absolutely can't be. Sophia Tang trembled as she flipped the documents. The bright red seals, on each transfer agreement, bore the familiar signatures of shareholders. Where did the money come from? How did you get so much money? Sophia Tang snapped her head up, staring at me, her eyes bloodshot. An unemployed nobody. Even grocery money came from me. How could you have billions to acquire shares? It must be fake. You forged it. She desperately clung to her lifeline. Liam Hayes, say something. This must be fake, right? Liam Hayes now resembled a chicken with its neck wrung. The moment Samantha Manning revealed her identity, he was scared witless. Celestial Capital is an international financial giant, crushing him like an ant. Ms. Tang. Liam Hayes stammered, trying to slip away. If the company has internal conflicts, then I won't intrude. The contract can wait. Stop, I spoke up. 2 bodyguards immediately advanced, pressed Liam Hayes back into his seat. Since you're here, watch the whole play before leaving. I looked at Sophia Tang. Sophia Tang, haven't you always asked what I'm basing this on? I stood and walked toward the chairman's seat. The leather shoes thudded on the carpet, sounding heavy. Based on these 5 years, every major decision for the Tang Group came from me. Based on every brick of this grand building, was laid with my help for you. Based on that cloud engine you're so proud of, which I stayed up 3 nights to structure. I reached Sophia Tang, looking down at this woman I once loved deeply. You think you're a queen? I sneered. Without me, you're not even a vase. You're lying. Sophia Tang broke down screaming. Security, throw them out. I'm the chairman. I decide here. No one moved. The shareholders saw the situation clearly. Director Thomas was the first to stand and bow to me. Mr. Lucas. No, Chairman Lucas. Before, we old folks were blind and deaf, never realizing the true dragon was always hidden underwater. On behalf of the board, I support all your decisions. Yes. Chairman Lucas is young and talented. The Tang Group in your hands will surely go further. Sophia Tang is indeed no longer fit to lead the company. She almost sold the patent cheap earlier. The shareholders suppressed by Sophia Tang just moments ago. Now all switched sides. Sophia Tang felt the world spinning. Abandoned by all? No. I haven't lost yet. Sophia Tang clutched the armrest. I still have Liam Hayes. I still have the Hayes family trust. Once that 10 billion arrives, I can turn the tables. Thud, a stack of documents thrown straight at her face. Thrown by Samantha Manning. Wake up, you fool. Samantha Manning looked at her. This is an international police cooperation notice. The artist beside you owes a massive debt in Las Vegas. Has been restricted from leaving the country. The so-called Hayes family trust. Bankrupted 3 years ago. The shell company buying your patent. The legal representative is him, Liam Hayes. Sophia Tang went numb. She turned mechanically to look at Liam Hayes. Liam Hayes slumped in the chair, face ashen. You lied to me. Sophia Tang's voice shattered. For this man. She drove me away, nearly sold the company, trampled her pride underfoot. Only to find it was all a scam. I did lie to you. So what? Liam Hayes suddenly gave up. He laughed loudly. Sophia Tang, if anyone's to blame, it's your stupidity. That worthless husband cherished you in his palms. But you didn't want him. Insisting on sponsoring a boy toy. I just crooked my finger. And you obediently offered up the money. If not you, who else would I scam? Sophia Tang shrieked. Lunged to claw at Liam Hayes' face. But was pulled back by security. The play should end now. I checked my watch. Take him away, hand him to the economic police. I waved my hand. Liam Hayes was dragged out like a dead dog. The hallway echoed with pleas and curses. The meeting room left with only heavy breathing. Sophia Tang's hair disheveled. Standing there in utter misery. She looked at me. Her eyes shifting from anger to fear. Finally to pleading. Lucas Chen, I was wrong. Sophia Tang trembled, reaching to tug my sleeve. I was just tricked by him. I still have you in my heart. Let's not divorce, okay? Let's go home, I'll cook for you. From now on I'll listen to everything you say. I sidestepped to avoid. Dusted my sleeve. Miss Tang, please have some self-respect. Those 3 words. Miss Tang severed the last tie. I turned, no longer looking at her. Samantha Manning finished clearing the table. Stepped back. Bowed before the leather chair at the head. Cleanup complete. Please take your seat, new chairman of the board. All shareholders stood, bowing solemnly. I stepped to the chair. Sophia Tang still stood there, like a superfluous ghost. Didn't you hear? I looked at her. My gaze indifferent. Get down. The meeting room was terrifyingly silent. Only faint thunder rumbling from outside the window. Sophia Tang clutched the chair back. Her nails scraping marks on the real leather. She stared at me before her. Her mind went boom. Completely blank. I no longer wore that faded gray hoodie washed to threads. Nor the apron with the supermarket giveaway logo. I wore a charcoal gray suit. Tailored to fit. Fabric smooth and flat. Tie knotted meticulously without flaw. Standing there tall like a pine. Exuding an aura of cold distance strangers keep away. This kind of aura, Sophia Tang had only seen before in those who hold power. In top financial conglomerates. This face clearly belonged to the one who'd served her tea and washed her feet for 5 years. Haggling with street vendors over a few bucks for groceries, a spineless wimp. The stark contrast made Sophia Tang even doubt if she was hallucinating. She blurted out unconsciously, Lucas Chen. Dressed like this, are you here to deliver coffee? This statement echoed in the terrifyingly silent meeting room, utterly grating. Liam Hayes, sitting nearby, as if grasping a lifeline, immediately shouted along security. What kind of job are you doing? Letting this idle bum sneak in? Dressed up, pretending to be somebody. Is this rented attire? If you soil it, can you afford to pay? The screams of the 2 reverberated in the air, but no one bothered to respond. I didn't even glance at them. I took steady strides, heading straight to the head of the conference table. The position Sophia Tang had just been forced to yield. Samantha Manning quickly stepped forward, pulling out the tall black executive chair. Symbol of supreme authority, watch your words. Samantha Manning turned around, her cold gaze sweeping over Sophia Tang and Liam Hayes. Standing before you is the new chairman of the Tang Group, Mr. Lucas Chen. I sat down, not rushing to speak, just raised my right hand, my index finger gently tapping the rosewood table. Tap tap tap, a slow and heavy rhythm. Hearing this sound, several elders and shareholders on the left shuddered, their faces instantly paling. They stared at each other, all seeing the horror in one another's eyes. Over the past 5 years, whenever the Tang Group faced major decisions, when Sophia Tang presented those brilliant plans, her thinking gesture in meetings was exactly like this, tapping the table. Back then they thought it was Sophia Tang's habit, only now did they realize it wasn't Sophia Tang's wisdom at all, but me hidden behind the scenes, using Sophia Tang as a puppet to manipulate from the shadows. The true helmsman of the entire Tang Group had always existed, just always standing in the darkness. Sophia Tang clearly didn't notice the shareholders' reactions. She looked at me sitting in the chairman's seat. That feeling of being looked down upon nearly drove her mad. You're insane, where did you get the money? Sophia Tang suddenly lunged toward the head seat, reaching to grab my collar, her voice shrieking, billions in acquisition capital. How could a homemaker like you have that? Did you steal company funds? Or forge documents? Lucas-chan, this is a crime. You'll end up in prison. I didn't even bother lifting an eyelid. Slightly tilted my head to dodge her hand. Casually flipped open a blue file in front of me. Security. My voice wasn't loud, but it completely drowned out Sophia Tang's screams. Keep unrelated people at least 2 meters away. I have a cleanliness fixation. Can't stand the stench of garbage. 2 burly black-suited bodyguards immediately advanced. Their actions rough and decisive, showing not a shred of gentleness. Each grabbing one of Sophia Tang's arms, like dragging a piece of waste, forcing her back to her original spot. Sophia Tang staggered into the chair, her heel twisted, collapsing to the floor in utter disgrace. You dare push me? I belong to the Tang Group. You were the former chairman of the Tang Group. I interrupted her, my tone calm. Now you're Vice President Tang. If you keep screaming in the conference hall, I'll have you thrown out. Sophia Tang was about to open her mouth again, but my piercing gaze froze her. It was the look one gives a stranger. No love, no hate, not even disgust, just a lofty indifference, as if gazing at a roadside stone. This disregard crushed Sophia Tang more than the earlier humiliation. I withdrew my gaze, my fingers lightly sliding over the touchscreen. The massive projector screen in the meeting room lit up. A dense cash flow diagram appeared before everyone. Regarding the fund origins Vice President Tang just questioned, I pointed to a red curve on the screen. This is a primary payment channel from a Swiss bank. Every penny of the acquisition originates from my personal overseas account. The funds from FC Capital are legal and compliant, having undergone 3 reviews by the Securities Commission. The screen switched, displaying bank transaction copies one by one, the numbers on them dizzyingly long, all in USD units. This can't be. Sophia Tang sat sprawled on the floor, lifting her head to stare at those astronomical figures, her lips trembling. You have so much money. Why argue with me over a few coins? Why make me give you living expenses? She recalled how I to save money, wore cheap street clothes worth tens of bucks, recalled how she herself scolded me for extravagance when I bought a few extra pounds of ribs. Turns out the ridiculous one was her. I wasn't without money. I was just playing along with her, in a game of ordinary husband and wife, and she had personally smashed that game, shattering her own dream of luxury too. That's my business. I closed the cash flow file, pulled out from beside the coffee-stained funding contract. Liam Hayes, who had been cowering in the corner all this time, trying to minimize his presence, seeing me pick up that contract, his whole body suddenly shuddered, turned to sneak toward the door. Hold him! I didn't even turn my head. A bodyguard stepped forward, one hand pressing on Liam Hayes' shoulder. Liam Hayes felt as if a mountain was weighing down his shoulder. His legs went weak, directly pinned to the chair, unable to move. Let me go, this is illegal detention. I want a lawyer. Liam Hayes wailed hopelessly, but his eyes darted around in panic, not daring to look at me. I flipped open the contract, my slender fingers scanning the clauses. Celestial Capital registered in the Cayman Islands. I read the info there, my lips curling in sarcasm. Registered capital $1. No office location, no landline phone, even the business email uses a free public type. I looked up, my gaze sharp as a knife. Liam Hayes, this is the $10 billion investment you planned for the Tang Group. Great artist Hayes. Your words may be rotten, but your guts are truly bold. I flipped the contract to the last page, pointing to a hidden clause. If encountering force majeure or capital turnover issues from the investor has the right to use the Tang Group's core patent as collateral to conduct debt restructuring. My voice suddenly turned icy, the room temperature dropping to freezing, a classic variant of the poison pill plan. As soon as Sophia Tang signs, you'll immediately create the illusion of a capital chain break, then legitimately acquire the cloud engine patent, worth $5 billion, then offload it to overseas competitors, grab the money and flee. I folded the file. Thud. Liam Hayes, this empty-handed wolf-catching move of yours played quite smoothly, huh? The room buzzed. The shareholders had guessed some parts earlier, but now exposed so nakedly by me, still felt chills down their spines. If I hadn't arrived in time, the Tang Group would be done for today. No, it's not like that. Liam Hayes' cold sweat poured like rain. He shook his head frantically. This is a misunderstanding. This is just a standard contract template. Tang, believe me. How could I harm you? He turned to Sophia Tang, making a final desperate struggle. Sophia Tang had by now crawled up from the floor. She snatched the contract, looking at the clause's ID circled in red, her hand shaking like a leaf. Even if she was clueless about finance, hearing this she understood the so-called funding, the so-called savior, from start to end was just a love and money scam targeting her. Sophia Tang pointed at Liam Hayes, her throat making gurgling sounds, as if choked by someone. You really wanted to sell out my company. I didn't. It's Lucas-chan framing me. Liam Hayes still argued stubbornly, but his voice was so weak even he didn't believe it. I couldn't be bothered watching this dog-eat-dog drama anymore. I leaned back in the chair, hands crossed, Resuming that cold demeanor. Attorney Shin here. Samantha Manning stepped forward. Call the economic police. My voice wasn't loud, but each word hammered down. Liam Hayes is suspected of serious contract fraud, asset embezzlement and cross-border money laundering. I've had the evidence chain packaged and sent over. Hearing the words report to police, Liam Hayes completely collapsed in the chair, a dark wet patch appearing in his crotch. Don't call the police. Liam Hayes wailed pitifully. Tang, save me. I don't want to go to jail. I did this for our good too. I wanted to take you abroad to live. I paid no attention to his cries, my gaze slowly shifting to Sophia Tang. Sophia Tang met my eyes, her whole body trembling, instinctively stepping back half a pace. As for Vice President Tang, I paused, a mocking glint in my eyes. As the company's legal representative, without a board resolution, you arbitrarily signed a high-risk contract with a shell company, suspected of dereliction causing serious consequences. Sophia Tang snapped her head up, full of disbelief. She looked at me asking, you want to arrest me? I'm your wife Lucas Chen. Do you have any conscience left? Even if our feelings are cracked, you still want to drive me to death. A correction. I coldly interrupted ex-wife. Moreover, the one who pushed the Tang Group into the abyss is you. Not me. Besides, I pointed to the evidence pile on the table, regarding Liam Hayes squandering company funds. The $50 million embezzled by Liam Hayes were all expense orders you signed and approved. Legally this is complicity. Boom! A thunderclap exploded outside the window, white lightning flashing, illuminating Sophia Tang's face pale as paper. She finally realized I wasn't bluffing, but truly settling scores. Thoroughly. Lucas Chen. Sophia Tang's legs could no longer support her bodice weight. Thud! She knelt to the ground. She looked up at me in the lofty position, tears streaming. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. I shouldn't have trusted him. I shouldn't have driven you away. Please, for the sake of our 5 years as husband and wife, don't call the police. I can hand over all my shares to you. I don't need anything anymore. Don't send me to prison. She cried until her makeup smeared, looking utterly wretched. No trace left of the arrogant female CEO from earlier. I looked at the woman kneeling at my feet, but my heart was cold as a wasteland. There was a time to earn a smile from this person. I queued in the rain for 3 hours to buy chestnuts, to help her revise plans. I stayed up all night until stomach bleeding, not daring to tell her. Back then, if she'd given me even a bit of respect, things wouldn't have come to this today. Affection. I savored those 2 words, suddenly smiling. The smile was light, but sharper than a dagger. When you abandoned me in my severe illness, by the roadside to go with Liam Hayes, affection was gone then. When for that scammer, you forced me to leave empty-handed, affection died completely. I stood up, adjusting the hem of my unwrinkled suit jacket. Take her away. 2 simple words, declaring the end. The police waiting outside pushed the door in. The cold handcuffs clicked, locking Liam Hayes' wrists. Liam Hayes was dragged away like a dead dog, wails echoing down the hall. Next, the police approached Sophia Tang. Miss Tang, please cooperate with our investigation. Sophia Tang struggled, both hands clutching the table leg, nails breaking, blood flowing. She looked at me in despair, letting out a piercing wail. Lucas Chen, your heart is so vicious, you'll get your karma. I turned my back to her, standing before the massive floor-to-ceiling window, looking at the gloomy sky outside, and the pouring rain lead her away. My expression without a ripple. Sophia Tang was forcibly taken, her wails fading into the distance then vanishing. The meeting room silent as death. All shareholders dared not breathe loudly, awed, staring at my silhouette by the window. Thunder and lightning raged, enveloping the city in gray gloom. I looked at my reflection on the glass. The man who once lingered by the kitchen was completely dead. Samantha Manning approached behind me, softly asking Chairman Lucas, what next? The Tang Group's stock price is still falling. People are panicking. I turned around. The coldness in my eyes dissipated, replaced by a businessman's sharpness. I scanned the room. Wherever my gaze went, everyone bowed their heads. Issue the first chairman's order. My voice echoed through the meeting room, full of authority. Immediately launch a full audit of the past 5 years' books. No matter who's involved. Send them in there to keep him company. I paused, my gaze falling on the open door. Additionally, announced to the industry, the Tang Group is renamed Radiant Holdings. In this city, I want the Tang family completely erased. The meeting room door was pushed open again, entering not security, but 4 economic investigators in uniform. Captain Derek Zhao raised the arrest warrant, his gaze sweeping the room, finally staring at Liam Hayes slumped in the chair. Liam Hayes. Sophia Tang. Captain Derek Zhao's voice wasn't loud, but echoed in the dead silent meeting room. Suspected of asset embezzlement, contract fraud and forging financial documents. Please come with us. Liam Hayes suddenly jumped up, knocking over the water cup before him, glass shattering. No, I'm not going. I didn't scam anyone. Liam Hayes yelled, eyes bulging. I'm an artist. I'm the victim. This is all a misunderstanding. I sat in the high-back chair, twirling a fountain pen in my hand, nodded slightly to Samantha Manning beside me. Samantha Manning stepped forward, handed a thick black file to Captain Derek Zhao. Captain Zhao, this is supplementary evidence, Samantha Manning said calmly. It includes detailed transaction histories of shell companies that Liam Hayes set up overseas, along with him using the Tang Group's seal, through inflated claims, Inyang contracts and other tricks, to transfer Tang Group money to personal accounts. Records are complete. Total amount 532 million yuan. Captain Derek Zhao flipped a few pages, his face darkening. He waved his hand. Two officers drew handcuffs approaching Liam Hayes. The metallic clink of the cuffs made Liam Hayes completely break down. Don't arrest me, don't arrest me. Liam Hayes backed against the floor-to-ceiling window. No more room to retreat. He looked at the cuffs, suddenly pointed at Sophia Tang still kneeling on the floor. It's her comrade officers. She ordered me. Sophia Tang, who was crying, choked. She lifted her head, horrified, looking at this man. Hayes, what are you saying? Don't call me Hayes. Disgusting. Liam Hayes' features twisted, spit flying. Comrade officers. I want to report. I want to atone with merit. I'm the one kept by this woman Sophia Tang. All the money she gave me voluntarily. Those contracts she forced me to sign. To get a reduced sentence. Liam Hayes' veneer of melancholic artist was completely torn off, revealing the face of a rogue. She abused her position to embezzle funds, just to keep me by her side. I'm just an accomplice. She's the mastermind. Arrest her, not me. Sophia Tang's mouth gaped, her throat emitting gasping sounds. Rapid she never expected. The man who once vowed to protect her for life, to save himself, would dump all the dirt on her. Liam Hayes, do you have any conscience? Sophia Tang struggled to her feet, hair matted to her face. That 50 million you begged me tearfully for, saying overseas loan sharks were about to chop your hands. I had to use company funds to save you. Now you say I'm the mastermind. Bullshit. Liam Hayes jumped up cursing. Sophia Tang, stop pretending to be pure. You think I really liked you? If not for the money, who'd endure your rotten temper? Always acting high and mighty, even in bed issuing commands like a queen. I've had enough of you. The whole room buzzed. Shareholders pulled out phones, frantically capturing the scene, flashes firing nonstop. Good show. I sat in the chairman's seat sipping tea. Those two words, good show, provoked Sophia Tang. She turned to look at me, but saw only a cold face, humiliation surging. She vented all her rage on Liam Hayes. You beast. I'll kill you, Sophia Tang roared and charged, her nails raking Liam Hayes' face. Liam Hayes fought back, swinging a slap straight to Sophia Tang's face. Slap, the crisp sound, followed by even fiercer brawling. You dare hit me? How much stuff did I buy you? Even the underwear you're wearing I bought. Sophia Tang grabbed Liam Hayes' hair, yanking down. Get off, you crazy bitch. Liam Hayes in pain, one foot kicking straight into Sophia Tang's stomach, the other hand grabbing her collar, ripping hard. Sophia Tang's suit jacket tore open, buttons flying everywhere. The two rolled on the meeting room carpet, scratching and tearing. TSK, so this is Ms. Tang's vision. Cluck cluck. Used to think Lucas Chen was weak. Now see, it's his cultivation. Look at this Liam Hayes. Pure thug. Quick record and post online. This is the comedy of the year. The shareholders' chatter reached Sophia Tang's ears. She wanted to stop, but Liam Hayes' fists kept coming, forcing her to fight back instinctively. I set down the teacup, tapped the table lightly twice. Attorney Shen, add some spice for them. Samantha Manning operated the computer, the projector screen. Images switched. All screenshots of messages. And unsightly photos too gross to look at. This is data recovered from Liam Hayes' phone cloud. Samantha Manning spoke into the mic. Mr. Hayes, your so-called family fund, actually, is just your code name in those overseas ladies groups. On the big screen, Liam Hayes' message with someone named Lady stood out prominently. Liam Hayes, darling, the dumb bitch back home has bitten the hook. Wait till I scam her patent and sell it. I'll return to the US to marry you. Lady, then hurry up. I can't wait anymore. Remember to take lots. Ugly pics of that stupid hag for me to see. Right after was a photo. Liam Hayes holding the limited edition watch Sophia Tang gifted, cuddling a young blonde model. Background, a luxury suite in Las Vegas. Caption, using the dumb bitch's money to nurture true love. Bliss. The two on the floor froze. Liam Hayes' face ashen. Sophia Tang sprawled on the ground looking up at the big screen. Her strength drained instantly. Dumb bitch, Sophia Tang muttered to herself, tears mixing with blood streaming. So in your heart, I was always a dumb bitch. The so-called true love was just a love money scam, pig butchering. The so-called talent was just scams packaged neatly. For this man, she had driven away her husband, ruined her career, and would go to prison. This wasn't mere betrayal, but trampling her pride, then spitting on it. Sophia Tang let out an anguished wail, no longer hitting Liam Hayes, but hugging her head, curling on the ground, nails digging deep into flesh. The police couldn't watch anymore. Stepped forward to forcibly separate them. Behave. The cuffs locked their wrists. Liam Hayes restrained but still struggling. Mouth non-stop cursing Sophia Tang, you slut. You ruined me, Lucas Chin, you'll die horribly. You set me up. As he passed me, Liam Hayes suddenly spat. I dodged sideways, the spit landing on the chair armrest. Slap him, I ordered calmly. The bodyguard swung a hard slap, tearing Liam Hayes' mouth corner, 2 teeth mixed with blood flying out. Take him away, Captain Derek Zhao shouted. Liam Hayes dragged like a dead dog. The hallway left with sobs. Now Sophia Tang's turn. Her hair a bird's nest mess. 3 blood streaks on her face, makeup completely smeared. She staggered, being pushed along. One high heel lost bare feet on the floor. Passing the chairman's seat, she stopped. I held a handkerchief, slowly and meticulously, wiping clean the armrest just soiled by Liam Hayes. Lucas Chin, Sophia Tang's voice hoarse choked. My wiping hand paused but didn't look up. Lucas Chin, I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. Sophia Tang's legs wanted to kneel, but held back by the female officer. She strained to turn, looking at my profile. For the sake of 1 day husband and wife, 100 days grace, please help me. I don't want to go to prison. I really don't want to go to prison. Just withdraw the complaint. I'll obey you and everything. Let's remarry, okay? This was the first time she lowered her head. Before, no matter her wrongs, I was the one coaxing. She was used to my way, thinking that admitting fault, this man would open his arms like before, but responding her was only silence. I tossed the handkerchief in the trash. 1 day husband and wife, 100 days grace, huh? I turned back to look at Sophia Tang. My gaze calm as looking at a passerby. Miss Tang, your memory seems poor. I pointed to the door. Yesterday at the civil affairs door you yourself said, from now on we sever all ties. That was just angry words. Back then I was tricked by Liam Hayes. Sophia Tang wailed and screamed. Lucas Chin, you loved me most before. You said you'd care for me forever. You can't watch me die without helping. I once gave you chances. I stood up, walking to the floor-to-ceiling window, turning my back to Sophia Tang. Yesterday when you dumped me feverish by the roadside, I gave you a chance. Just now in the meeting room, when I told you to drive Liam Hayes away, I gave you another chance. You yourself pushed yourself into a corner time after time. My voice not loud, but shattered Sophia Tang's last illusion. Take her away, don't delay the meeting. I waved. Like shooing a fly. Lucas Chin, turn and look at me. It's me, Tang. Sophia Tang wailed in despair, forcibly dragged by police. She clutched the doorframe, nails snapping, leaving blood marks. The large door slammed shut. Wails completely blocked outside. The meeting room grew quiet. Only thunder outside the window. I stood by the window looking down. A few minutes later, 2 police cars with flashing lights left in the rain, watching the taillights fade. A flash of fatigue in my eyes, instantly resuming coldness. Chairman Lucas Samantha Manning offered a warm water. It's all over. Over, I looked at the reflection on the glass. The man who once burned his hand cooking porridge for Sophia Tang died in last night's rain. No, this is just the beginning. I turned, scanning the present shareholders. Those shareholders watching the show earlier, calculating their little schemes, meeting my gaze. All bowed heads, this kill chicken to scare monkey move. Truly shocking. Sophia Tang and Liam Hayes and laid bare. Obey me, live, oppose me, die. Since everyone's here. I walked to the chairman's seat, braced hands on the table, body leaning forward. Then let's carefully calculate the rotten debts of the Tang Group over 5 years. I took another file, slammed it on the table. Director Thomas the First called. The veteran shareholder who once led, opposing Sophia Tang. Thomas 1 trembled. Yes, sir. Thomas 1 shook, standing up, head full of cold sweat. 3 years ago in the Southern City Land Development Project, you took a 2 million yuan bribe from the materials contractor, causing substandard project quality. This debt will you report yourself to the economic police, or shall I have someone escort you? Thomas Wan's face paled, legs weak, kneeling down. Chairman Lucas, spare me. Chairman Lucas, spare my life. Back then I was possessed. Director Lee, I ignored, looking at the middle-aged man on the other side. Last year end, you and finance faked books inflated, adding 10 million yuan marketing costs. Where did the money go? Director Wang, each name I called, added another collapsed person in the room. In less than 10 minutes, those still sitting steady, countable on fingers. This was my tactic. Not just handling Sophia Tang and Liam Hayes, but purging the entire Tang Group. Smashing this rotten conglomerate to rebuild. Giving you 3 days. I stood adjusting my collar. Spit out all the swallowed money, principal and interest. Whoever confesses proactively, I may consider keeping your shares. Pursuing only civil liability. If not, I glanced at the door. Sophia Tang and Liam Hayes must be lonely in there. You joining them would be perfect. With that, I didn't bother looking at this crowd anymore. Turned and strode out of the meeting room. Samantha Manning followed closely. In the hallway, thunder had subsided. Rain stopped too. I reached the elevator door, looking at my reflection on the metal door. Mr. Lucas, where to? Samantha Manning asked. Home. I pressed the button. Which home? I paused. That villa with Sophia Tang is no longer home. That place full of deceit and betrayal. The elevator door opened. To the old mansion I stepped in to visit Grandpa. And tell him what the Tang family owed the Chen family. I've collected back with interest. The elevator door closed, locking the Tang group's troubles behind. The chess game has just begun. 48 hours later, Sophia Tang stepped out the detention center gate. Midday sun beaming down. She raised her hand to shield. Red cuff marks exposed in the light. The massive iron gate behind slammed shut. Sign and go. Don't block the door. The duty officer tossed the release certificate on the table. His tone impatient. Count yourself lucky. That Liam Hayes, to reduce his sentence, cleared you pretty clean. He said the embezzlement was him secretly stamping. Not enough evidence to charge you. You can leave. Sophia Tang picked up the pen. Prolonged interrogation posture numbed her fingers. When signing, the tip tore the paper. The 3 words Sophia Tang written crookedly. Stepping out the main gate. Deserted streets. No pickup car. No assistant. No flowers. Before even returning from business trips, Liam Hayes would arrange a dozen supercars to welcome. Now only wind swirling dry leaves rustling past her ankles. Sophia Tang searched her body, finding only in her pocket a phone dead from low battery, and a few coins. She walked to a roadside public charging station. Plugged in, screen just lit. A barrage of messages popped up. Bank reminder. Your credit card ending 888 has been frozen. Bank reminder. Your savings account has been sealed by the court. Tang Group admin Miss Tang. Given your suspected serious disciplinary violation, the board voted to pass dismissal resolution. Require you to vacate company housing within 3 days. The last was a news snippet. Tang Group completes restructuring. Officially renamed Radiant Technology. New chairman Lucas Chen announces. Will invest 5 billion yuan to launch Cloud Engine 20 plan. Radiant my light. Sophia Tang stared at the screen, fingers trembling. In just 2 days, Tang Group was gone. The name Sophia Tang fallen to the mud. I don't believe it. I still have a home. I still have the villa. Sophia Tang yanked the charger, hailed a taxi to Cloud Peak Villa area. The driver glanced at her in the rearview. Seeing wrinkled clothes, disheveled hair. Cloud Peak is the rich area. Meter running. Tell you up front, no money no ride. I have money, Sophia Tang screamed. I'm Sophia Tang. I'm the CEO of Tang Group. And I'd short you a few coins. The driver pursed lips. Hit the gas. The car sped to the villa gate. Meter showed 65 yuan. Sophia Tang pulled phone to scan. Insufficient balance. The robotic female voice echoed in the car. Driver's face changed. Out of money. No cash yet. Posing. Dressed up, trying to ride free. My card has money. Sophia Tang panicked, switched to another card to scan. Transaction failed. This card is frozen. Driver braked, stopping curbside. Get out, scram now. What bad luck. Picked up a crazy hag. Sophia Tang chased out of the car. This place still 2 kilometers from her villa. Sky starting to darken. Thunder rolling. Sophia Tang removed her broken-heeled high heels, walking barefoot on asphalt. Pebbles cutting her feet, but she had no mind to care. She just wanted home. Just get home, shower and sleep. Maybe all this would pass. Half hour later, she stood before that European-style villa. It was her and my former marital home. 2 massive white sealing papers. X crossed on the front door. XX City Intermediate People's Court seal. The red stamp on the seal glaring. How can it be sealed? Sophia Tang rushed to tear the seal. This is my house. What right do you have to seal my house? Open for me. Nails scraping the door till broken, bleeding. She suddenly recalled half a month ago. Liam Hayes said the art gallery needed turnover capital. Asked her to guarantee. She took the deed to sign a mortgage contract. She thought it was just formality. Turns out it was a deed selling herself, blocking all retreats. Liam Hayes, you beast. Sophia Tang slid down the door. Sat slumped on the steps. Boom, lightning tore the sky. Rain poured down. Drops instantly soaking her silk blouse. Chill seeping to the bone. She hugged her knees, huddling under the eaves. In the tiny corner spared from rain splash. The opposite mall's LED ad screen lit up. On screen, live news broadcast. In the frame, I in a handmade suit under stage lights. Hand holding golden hammer striking the listing gong. Samantha Manning in glamorous evening gown. Arm in mine smiling brightly. Reporter with mic, Chairman Lucas. Radiant Technologies market cap exceeded 100 billion on debut. Any words on the past? I faced the camera. The past trash should stay in the bin. I never look back at trash. Sophia Tang watched the screen. Rainwater flowing into her mouth, bitter. 5 years ago, also a stormy night. I to help her secure investment. Stood at investor's door 4 hours. Returning soaked. Cherishing the just signed contract. Tang got the money. Your company is saved. That night I ran high fever. While she took the contract to celebrate with friends. Leaving me alone at home drinking tap water. Karma. Sophia Tang buried her head in knees. Rain growing heavier. Suddenly 2 headlights pierced the mist. A jet black Rolls-Royce Phantom slowly approached. Plate ending MC888. My car. Sophia Tang suddenly looked up. It's me. She must think I saw the news. So came specially to pick her. Lucas Chan. Sophia Tang ignored the mud. Staggered straight into the rain. Lucas Chan, I knew you wouldn't abandon me. She clutched the hood, pounding the window. Face with fawning smile. Lucas Chan, I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. Take me home, okay? I'm so cold. The car window one-way tinted. Can't see inside. Car stopped. Rear window slowly lowered. Sophia Tang hastily leaned in. Luke, the voice. Stuck in throat, the one appearing behind the glass, not me. But Samantha Manning. Inside car, heater warm. Samantha Manning wearing my suit jacket. Sipping hot coffee. Looking at Sophia Tang soaked like a drowned rat. Miss Tang, stop pounding. Samantha Manning sipped coffee. The paint job is expensive. Your hands are filthy. Sophia Tang stunned. Rain dripping from hair strands onto car door. Where's Lucas Chen? I want to see Lucas Chen. She clutched the edge, trying to peer inside. In the dim rear seat. A laptop on lap. Slender fingers typing rapidly on keyboard. Blue screen light illuminating profile. I wearing noise-canceling headphones. Utterly focused. From window lowering till now. I hadn't glanced once. Lucas Chen, look at me please. Sophia Tang wailed. It's me, Tang. I have no home left. Take me with you. Let me be your maid even. My fingers paused a beat. Hope flashed in Sophia Tang's eyes. Next second I flipped to new electronic document page. Continued reading. Utter disregard. Samantha Manning smiled faintly, took out a long black umbrella, pulled another pre-written check. Miss Tang, Chairman Lucas is busy. No time to reminisce with you. Samantha Manning extended umbrella and checkout window. This is alimony from Chairman Lucas. Though you're the at-fault party. By law should leave empty-handed. But Chairman Lucas said, after all you were his negative textbook for 5 years. Consider this teaching fee. Sophia Tang trembling reached out. Result check amount 44,400. For 44. Sophia Tang looked at the number, scoffing little. Samantha Manning raised brow. Chairman Lucas checked the books. 5 years ago. First time he shopped and cooked for you spent 444. That day you complained his fish was too fishy. Didn't touch a bite. Dumped plate and food and trash. Samantha Manning pointed at check. Chairman Lucas said the meal debt to you is paid. From now on neither owes the other. In Sophia Tang's head something exploded. A meal from 5 years ago, I still remember now. No need. Sophia Tang crumpled the check. I don't need money. I want Lucas Chen. Lucas Chen, say something. You weren't like this before. She reached to grab my sleeve. Samantha Manning's eyes chilled. Pressed window close button. Order driver window rose. Cutting the rain threads. Don't go Lucas Chen, don't go. Sophia Tang pounded the glass, chasing the car. The Rolls-Royce started. Wheels crushing puddles. Large splash of dirty water mixed mud. Splattering over Sophia Tang. Covering face and body. Foot slipped. She crashed into the muddy puddle. Knee hitting rocks. She struggled up. Watching the car speed away, vanishing. Red taillights disappearing in rain. Sophia Tang sat in the muddy water. Clutching the crumpled check. Under rain's wash. The 444 gradually blurred. Sophia Tang wailed to the night sky piercingly. In the car, Samantha Manning via rear view. Saw the figure curling into a black dot in mud. Chairman Lucas, she seems to be crying. I removed headphones. Closed laptop. I turned, looking out the stormy window. Expression calm. Rain too heavy. I said calmly. So I hear nothing. I pulled handkerchief. Wiped clean Sophia Tang's fingerprints on car glass. Tossed handkerchief in car trash. Notify legal department. Tomorrow officially sue Sophia Tang. Demand compensation for Tang Group debts. I leaned back, closed eyes. If she loves money so much, let her spend the rest of her life in debt.